What's going on, guys? In this video we're going to be talking about how you can catch a big move before it happens and how you guys can see where the big institutions and hedge funds are putting their money before that big move. So before I go ahead and get right into it, 90% of you guys watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe and like this video. So with that said and out of the way, let's go ahead and jump right in. So first example that I wanted to look at is PLTR. And where are we looking at? Where do we want to pay attention to on this MarketSmith tool that allows us to see when and where these hedge funds and big institutions are coming in? Okay, first and foremost, here on the right side, we have all this information about fund ownership and institutional ownership. Okay, that's important to see. But what's also important is the dates right here and the number of funds that are in here. Okay, so let's take a look at what happens. Let's take a look at what happens from March 2023 to June 2023. We have a sudden surge in fund ownership. All right, so let's take a look at where March is. Here we have March, right, or sorry, that's April, February, March, right here. So in this area, in this consolidation zone right here, right, this is March right here. Now, in June, when that first earning comes out and they beat their EPS, take a look at what happens, right? The surge comes in, and you also have institutional buying that takes place, right? Great. Now that's awesome. That's your first sign. You also have a technical indicator. You have this downtrend that breaks out, a little bit of consolidation here. And then once that consolidation breaks out on good earnings, institutions are also piling in. And now look at where we are. From right here at around $9-10 when institutions were coming in, pouring into this name, stock is now at $24-25. So that's almost a 200% return or 120% return on their actual investment, right? So you can see how it's so vital to pay attention to this, especially on a stock that's been beaten down, consolidated for some time, and all of a sudden the institutions are pouring in. Okay, now let's take a look at another one. Another example of that is SMCI, right? So SMCI, take a look at the big surge that happened from June to September. So June, you had 760 funds in this, and then in in September, we jumped up to 1,014. All right, so let's find this. Here we are, December. This is December 2023. So in this consolidation, you can see the number has already surged significantly. So let's go back to September. All right, so this is May, this is June, right? And September, again, in this consolidation, you can see how the funds have drastically increased, right? So from then, the stock has gone from 300 to around 600, making a 100% return on these funds' money, right? This is very important to pay attention to, guys, because as you see these funds increasing, especially when there's a huge jump, right, from 760 to 1,000, that's something you want to pay attention to. This was an early sign back in September. Now, I'm not saying this so you guys can day trade this. Obviously, the funds are not coming in here to day trade these stocks. They obviously know something. They're obviously investing in this to see a bigger return. So it's not something for day trading, but more so maybe for those of you guys that are looking to midterm swing trade, right? Because there's a reason why these guys are getting in, and there's a reason why the fund ownership has increased significantly, right, by at least a quarter. So we've gone from 760 to 1,000, right? A huge return on this since then, all right? This is probably one of the things that you can pay attention to really closely to see when or give yourself a good sign, right? I mean, you can combine this with technical analysis and then tell yourself, oh, okay, I know the stock has made a sudden surge. I know it's consolidating right here. if this breaks out and I get involved right here, it's probably going to break out and start going. Now you have fund ownership behind you. You have a technical analysis behind you. And of course, you have good volume that's pouring into the stock as well. All right. So combine all this with everything that you're looking at. All right. Now, I haven't looked at NVDA, but let's go ahead and take a look at NVDA and see what NVDA is like. And same thing with NVIDIA, right? In March, we went from 5,800 funds to 6,300. So a big surge. So let's find March. All right, here we go. We're in March right here. March 2023, 5,800. And in June, by June, right, there's now 6,300. Right? These guys are not coming in here to take a loss, guys. You guys need to understand these funds are not buying these stocks, periodically with their eyes closed just so they can take it out, right? They have way bigger and smarter people than us doing their research, understanding, have information regarding these companies, and take a look at where NVIDIA is, right? So from where, let's say March, June. So from June, let's say you didn't see March, right? March, from September to March, funds was only just increasing by 200-300 every quarter, right? So let's say in June you started seeing this, right? June, look at this, from around 360, this is now up to 600, right? Another 100% return. This is unbelievable. If you're someone who just invests in long term or midterm and you're growing a portfolio, looking at these fund ownerships and seeing where these companies or where these funds are coming in is your number one key indicator to start paying attention to some of these stocks. All right, so this was just a little quick video, and one of the little things that this amazing tool MarketSmith does and allows us to take a look at and gives us a very good synopsis by just looking at this chart, and the information is all right here. Probably the most in-depth tool I've ever used. Again, MarketSmith is now changing their name to Market Search. So if you guys want access to this tool, the link is down below. But make sure you do this. Make sure you understand where the funds are coming in and follow that wave. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys did find value in this. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know what your thought of this was. And maybe we can look at a few other names and see what the funds were doing before that big move took place, right? Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.